Hello, this is Pastor Dennis Martin. I'm grateful that you joined me on today. I'm going to be sharing a very powerful word with you, and I believe it's going to bless you. And certainly, if it bless you, share it with someone else that it may bless them also. And then I want you to go to my page, Restoration with Pastor Dennis Martin, and like it, or go to my group page, Restoration with Pastor Dennis Martin, and join it. You know, there's one thing that all of us have in common. There's one thing that all of us, I believe, need to be delivered from in this day. That's right. All of us, we need to be delivered, whether you're a pastor, a bishop, an apostle, a prophet, a prophetess, a teacher, just a boss, or someone that's every day walking around in life. All of us have something we need to be delivered from. We have something in common. And that one thing that we need to ask God to deliver us from is from the people. That's right. I said it. We need to be delivered from people. We should love people. We should have compassion on people. We should respect people. But we should ask God to deliver us from people. Because understand, if we're going to be effective in this day and finish our assignment and not be distracted and lose focus, we've got to ask God to deliver us from people, from their opinions, from the words of people, from what they think, what they say. We need to be delivered from people. You know, many years ago, they asked a popular entertainer, why don't you confront these things and respond to these things that are being said about you? His response was, if I do that, I'll be in court every day of my life. He understood that I cannot confront everything that's said about me. I've got to stay focused to the task at hand. Many of us, the reason we have not finished and we're not doing what we should do is because we're always confronting things, what people have to say, what people think. And sometimes you're chasing things down that's not even worthy of your time to chase. Some things you just need to just say, and keep going. Because you got to understand people are going to believe what they want to believe. They're going to say what they want to say. And then some of those that are being critical of you, critical of me and others, sometimes you've got to look at the person that's doing the criticism. You've got to understand you're wasting your time. If a person talks about their family, certainly they'll talk about yours. If they talk about their parents, certainly they'll talk about your parents. No need of you getting involved and losing focus on your assignment, dealing with people that really have nothing better to do. There's some people are going to criticize because that's all they do. That's their life. That's their pleasure in life. If they don't get to criticize, they don't have any pleasure. And so what we've got to do is ask God to deliver us from people, what they think, because God, you're the one that called me. You're the one that anointed me. And since you have entrusted me with this anointing, you have entrusted me with this ministry, you've entrusted me with this work, I'm going to do what you've assigned to my hands. I'm not going to worry about people. I'm going to get delivered from people, because at the end of the day, the one that called you is God. And don't fool yourself. Every one of us have an assignment. We've got people that God has assigned for us to reach, and we're going to reach them if we stay focused and ask God to deliver us from people. You know, many years ago, my grandmother had a saying, you've got to watch it, son, she said, because a dog that brings a bone also carries a bone. Get the wisdom of it. If he brings it, he'll carry it. And so I want you to understand we've got to be delivered from people. It's very important. If you're going to be effective, if you're going to do the work of the Lord, ask God to deliver you from people. When I was a younger man, I would chase stuff down. But as I've gotten older, I've learned, look at the people who say it, think about what they're saying, and go on. If it's something that, you waste your time just chasing down, you're going to be chasing and chasing, because when you read and find out, you'll understand that people are just people everywhere. And then you've got to understand when you're dealing with people and when you're dealing with the masses of people and all that, you cannot address every matter. You cannot go against everything that people may say or think about you. Some people may think you're not anointed. Why address it? Keep doing what you're doing. Some people may think you're not effective. If you're touching lives, keep doing what you're doing. But get delivered from people. It's important that we do that we get delivered from people. So I want to encourage you. Ask God to deliver you from people. Ask God to help you to stay focused on your assignment, doing what you're supposed to do. Don't worry about what others are saying, what others think. You've got to stay focused, because at the end of the day, no one here is going to be able to give you your reward. It's only going to be the Lord that says, "Well done, my good and faithful servant."